Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Dover for race number 6 on the NRSL Asus Republic of Gamers Truck Series. No hometown drivers here in Delaware in this series for either trucks or cup. So with that, we're going to dive right into the starting lineup. Keith Rich is on the pole with Jonathan Sorlin to his outside. Tony Green and Adam Samsel start in row 2. Tyler Merkel and Chandler Cottle will be in row 3. JT Bryant, Colin Denton, row 4, with Danny Jones and Eli Bright in row number 5. Coming into today's race, Eric Benson holds a 3-point lead over over Martinsville winner, LJ Toledo. Charles Hanford, Tyler Merkel, and tied third for points, 9 points back, with last week's winner, Zach Flickinger, rounding out the top 5 in points, 10 back of the points leader. So, 6th race of the season. These guys head to Texas next week for some more intermediate racing. Gateway, Iowa, Kentucky. Those are the 3 races after that. And then the Mud Summer Classic at Eldora, where we won't have all 39 drivers competing for points. So that'll be an interesting track for sure. That's in about a month though. But let's go trackside for the command to fire up the engines. The command has been fired, engines are up, trucks are rolling out. "60 laps of racing around this track. Should only be a one-stop race for these drivers, sometime around lap 40, maybe lap 35, depending how they want their tires, because tire wear, it is the Monster Mile. Be careful or it will eat you up. So we've got some amazing cameras here at this racetrack. Down the back straightaway, you can see everything. There's another cameraman there on the building. Fans sitting there looking down the back straightaway. As we come around turns 3, turns 4, pace truck will dive down the pit road. And the fans up here in Delaware are ready for some racing. Green flag is out. We're underway at the Monster Mile. You see them go down there through the corners. It's Keith Rich will lead the first lap. Tony Green right behind him in second. Outside line can get a bit of a run off the corners, but you won't hold anybody off on the bottom. Some 3-wide action back here. There's Charles Sanford in the middle. Martin Suarez up high on the top 3 wide. This is the only 3-wide action going on right now. As there's your points leader entering today's race, Eric Benson, trying to work his way up through the field. It's a 1-mile track, Dover. One of the fastest out there. It's kind of difficult to make your way up through the field, especially with that high line working against you. Can take a while to clear some guys, but Benson will clear the 8. Got to make sure nobody gets to your inside, because that can really halt your progress up through the field. But as Benson, the points leader, trying to get up through the field and hold that points lead. And looking at the top 10, Quentin Moore in 10th place. Kev Shearer in 8th. Qualls 7th. Philip Goldberg, your winner from Kansas, sitting in 6th. Danny Jones, 5th, was the points leader at one point this season. Maybe trying to get it back. JT Bryant. Tyler Merkel has been on a hot streak as of late, getting good finishes at Kansas and Charlotte. So Tyler Merkel trying to keep it going. Remember, we said he's third in points to 9 back off the points leader. Entering today's race, could be looking for that win. Had a good chance last week, and he had a great pit stop at Kansas that got him a top 5 finish. So this 32 team's been hot lately. That win won't elude them for much longer. Right now, though, Tony Green, Keith Rich just holding 1-2. Green all over the back bumper of the 7 truck. As the rest of these guys starting to close up single file. There's Zach Flickinger sitting in 14th, won last week. So you see Eric Benson trying to get by Chandler Cottle. That would be for, that is for 19th place. So Benson trying to work his way up as Dylan Young's going to get put up 3 wide on the high side. So good, clean racing going on all around the field. Mostly single file up front is Danny Jones and Tyler Merkel have been pushed up on the high side. JT Bryant going high. Technical Alliance truck there. Philip Goldberg is looking for third. So now as they battle side by side for third, the top 2 will continue to pull away. So Keith Rich and Tony Green have every chance to just pull away. And then Green can make a move if he ever has a run on him. So for a split second, looked down at the lap count and thought it said 10 of 40, not 10 of 60. I was almost like, oh, holy crap. But as Rich and Green continue to pull away from the pack, Philip Goldberg up to third, quals fourth, JT Bryant in fifth. As Julius Anderson is up to 7th. See Jonathan Sorlin and passing Tyler Merkel for 8th. Eli Bright's making his way up here. As Eric Benson has fallen back to 23rd. But Goldberg and the rest of these guys trying to draft down the leaders. Draft will be a factor for the trucks here, but not for the Cup drivers. The Cup drivers will have to go off of skill, not so much draft. They got more horsepower. But Goldberg is getting major draft off the front runners, so as long as these guys stay single file with him, they'll close up to the leaders. As you can see, gaining about a 10th a lap. Fastest lap through 13 laps goes to Julius Anderson in the 14 to 22.557. Tire wear picking up now. Drivers running 8s and 7s. But Goldberg and these guys definitely catching the 10th a lap. Goldberg actually pulling away from Qualls, who's behind him. But this won't be a 2-man battle for much longer. LJ Toledo, second in points, running in 39th place. Not what he wants. He has won a race, but you have to stay top 25 in the point standings. He's lucky he's second in points right now, but he's going to want to get this consistency thing rolling because there's only 10 more races for the Truck Series drivers after today's race. Short 16 race regular season compared to Cup's 26 race regular season. As we enter the summer months, Truck Series drivers are going to start to feel the intensity. So when summer's over, the chase begins. Rest of the schedule for the Truck Series after Dover: Texas, Gateway, Iowa, Kentucky, Eldora, Pocono, Michigan, Bristol, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and Chicagoland will be the final cutoff race. Only 12 drivers will make the Truck Series chase. So far, we've had 5 different winners. Looking at the top 5, Goldberg, the only one that can win another race here. But he has closed up to the back of Tony Green. Qualls, Brian, Adam Samsel, and Julius Anderson have closed up with him. tire work showing up as about fall-offs kicking into 23-second lap times. See Jonathan Sorlin riding in 8th, Eli Bright 9th, Kev Shearer 10th. Dejan Weeks in 11th. He's having a decent run here today. Philip Parker in 12th. Tyler Merkel has fallen to 15th place. Still running in the top 20. Still decent run for those guys as far as maintaining points positions. But Philip Goldberg has caught up to the back of Tony Green, and I wouldn't be surprised if these Toyotas try to make a run. There's 4 of them in line behind Keith Rich as we're a third of the way through the race. Not sure exactly when the trucks will have to go for their pit stops. I would think because of how Dover's wear and tear is, it might be better to pit earlier. Draft's important, but it's not super important. But about a 7 truck breakaway. They're just riding right now, just biding their time. And there goes Goldberg. Goldberg's closed up the gap, and now he'll make a move on Tony Green for 2nd place. And Goldberg will clear Green. Green will get back in line in 3rd. And Adam Samsel's going high. That'll allow Julius Anderson to pick up 6th place. And Anderson makes the pass for 6th on Adam Samsel. Samsel will fall to 7th. As Jonathan Sorlin is closing up pretty big here on these guys. He might have a chance to catch. I don't know about the rest of the cars, the truck drivers back here. As Kev Shearer now falling outside the top 10. Dejan Weeks is up to 10th. Sorlin still gaining on the 40. We'll get a better reading this time by, but Goldberg and Tony Green doing a bit of a switcheroo as Philip Goldberg moved up to 2nd place. Keith Rich has led every lap so far today. Sorlin running a 2.52. Samsel running a 1:08. So Sorlin is not in enough draft range to catch up to these guys. And the guys behind them are not drafting up to him. Dejan Weeks could be looking for 9th on Eli Bright. He seems to have a bit of a late run truck going on here. Tyler Merkel continuing to fall down to 18th now. Eric Benson has fallen to 28th. As right now, last place driver is Martin Suarez. There's Toledo 37th, but you see these guys still side by side in the back here, cycling around positions. But Philip Goldberg looming close to trying to maybe make a pass. As now James Qualls will make the move for 3rd on Tony Green. We'll see how much of a run he can get. The Warren Tires might be playing a role in how he's getting by here as Anderson now dives under JT Bryant, who went high. Qualls and Anderson, you know, these guys are losing ground on the top 2 again, but they'll draft right back up. So Qualls will take 3rd away from Green, and Julius Anderson will move up to 4th. Tony Green back in line down the 5th. Samsel in 6th. Bryant back to 7th. This allows Jonathan Sorlin to close up to these drivers. So now it'll be an 8-truck battle once they draft back up to the 54 and the 7, if they manage to do so. But Anderson, remember, we said he had the fastest lap in the race. Kind of a draft lap, but to run such a lap, you got to get around this track smoothly. And Anderson's doing just that. He's running behind Qualls in 4th place. Halfway through the race, 30 down, 30 to go. Keith Rich solidifies an extra bonus point. If he can lead this lap, nobody else will share that bonus point with him. And it looks like that's going to be the fact. So Keith Rich will lead 31 laps and receive 2 bonus points for leading the most laps. One for leading a lap and another for leading the most. As you see the fall off, tremendous fall off on these tires. Now they're running 23 4s. Just waiting for these guys to have to pit soon. That's really all we're waiting for. I would definitely think around lap 40 to lap 45 would be pit sequence time. Qualls and the rest of those guys not really gaining much ground. Draft not really playing much of a role. They're closing in a little bit. Not much as we look at the truck drivers back here. Merkel down to 18th. Really has lost pace from where he was earlier. Right now we're just seeing people running in two-car tangos from what I've seen. Two cars, two trucks there, two trucks there, two trucks there, two trucks there. But Qualls and Anderson will close up to the back of the 54 and the 7. 35 down. A really short race. These guys have only been running around for 15 minutes. As pass in the back, Adam Samsel going for 5th place on Tony Green. He will complete the pass. Green will get back down in line in 6th. That separates 5th on back from 4th. Samsel going for top 5 spot. Really wondering when these drivers will come to pit road. About a second fall off now on these tires. Not sure if anybody will get lapped from pit stops. We know nobody's really got any damage. Goldberg got a really good run off at turn 2. I was wondering if he was going to make a go at the lead there. Qualls and Anderson, though, have caught up to the back of the 54. Samsel trying to close back down on 4th place. Battle for 10th here between Mendez and Weeks. No top 10 spot on the line back here. Plenty of drivers that want a shot at that top 10 finish. But for now, Mendez will clear Weeks for 10th spot. Bright just still been hanging in 9th. As we'll be coming to 20 laps to go. I'm beginning to wonder if these drivers have to pit at all. But I really think at this point, if you pit first this late, you're going to win this thing because their tire wear is a second off pace. If you pit first, you're probably going to win this race. So under 20 to go. Still nobody down. Keith Rich and Tony Green pulled away in the beginning of the race. Green now riding 6th. Keith Rich still leading. Philip Goldberg closed up through the field. He's still riding in 2nd. Qualls 3rd. Anderson 4th. Also seem to have fast trucks. And here they're coming down. Samsel stays out. All the leaders, though, coming down. Pretty much everybody's coming down, and oh my gosh. But everybody else really came down. Samsel will stay out to lead a lap. I think that's really going to hurt him because everybody else is boxing it in on pit road. But coming to pit, lap 43-44. Henry Williams is going to stay out another lap. Hartnett's coming down. Some other guys still staying out. Tyler Merkel actually pit a lap early. He was falling back. That might help him out. Henry Williams staying out the most. That's really going to hurt him. He'll come down this time by. Here comes Sekuli, Dylan Young. Everybody else off of pit road, and Goldberg's your leader. Keith Rich, where did he go? Keith Rich fell all the way back here. Bad pit stop for the dominator of the race. That's going to cost him a W. There's Adam Samsel. What? Are you serious? Samsel maintains the race lead. Adam Samsel pit a lap later. And maybe it's because Goldberg came into the pit road second. But Adam Samsel to the race lead on the pit cycle. But Keith Rich lost all his ground. Goldberg right on the back bumper of the 40 as Anderson makes the move by a lap car of Martin Suarez. Anderson sitting in third. Does he have enough time there to be close up? He does probably have the fastest truck. Oh, some people might have taken right side tires only because we're seeing different lap times here. Could just be lack of draft. As you see, Keith Rich fell all the way to 30th. I'm wondering what the heck happened on their pit stop. That's crazy. Don't just lose 20 seconds on the field. That's wow. Tyler Merkel's move for pitting first got him up to 11th. Gardner 10th, Weeks 9th. Henry Williams is 8th. Mendez 7th. JT Bryant passed in Tony Green for 5th. Qualls is 4th. Anderson 3rd. With Goldberg 2nd and Samson in the lead as they'll catch Alexander Rowe. Goldberg trying to get a second win and lock himself into the chase. But just remember, Samsel's got this one lap fresher tires, and now he's getting draft from a lap truck. And that's helping him pull away from Goldberg. Anderson's getting really good lap times. If he can get by Goldberg quick, he might have a chance at the W. But as Samsel catches Alexander Rowe, 9 to go that time by. Fastest lap now by the 19, a 5.36 that was set at some point. Him and Toledo to the top of the board. And something happened to Ace Vado. He's 5 down. They probably had some mechanical problem. But with draft from the 39, Samsel pulled away from Goldberg. One lap fresher tires are the trick, it seems. As James Qualls is working his way by Martin Suarez. He's in 4th place. But now Samsel catches the 39, and now he has nowhere to go. Now this is Goldberg's chance to catch back up. Oh, Samsel looked, but he got blocked. Blocked by a lap car. If somebody is on pit road, and oh, that's Emmanuel Hartnett with issues now. Emmanuel Hartnett down pit road for some kind of issue. Samsel gets to the inside of Rowe. Goldberg's right there on his back bumper. Fitzwater's not going to really provide any draft to the 40, but I think he's got it in the bag because of his tires. And Goldberg has issues getting around the 39. He can't clear him. And this is just music to the 40 team's ears. They're pulling away. Goldberg finally clears row. Anderson's going to clear row as well. But too little. Too late. And Samsel making the right call, pitting a lap later. Those one lap fresher tires are what's going to do it for him. 3 to go. Caution-free race. This is actually the first one for the Truck Series. Martinsville don't count. But the first caution-free race for trucks. Goldberg and Anderson tucking in 1 second and third. Anderson, I'm not positive, but I think he is on the same strategy as Samsel. Trying to close in, just there's not enough time for him. White flag is out for Adam Samsel. I think for Anderson right now, he might just want to try and go for second. Pit strategy comes into play. He went from 5th to the lead. Never looked back. And Adam Samsel will win it at Dover. And now you see Anderson probably had one more lap. He would have gone for second, but Goldberg gets second place as Samsel wins the race. Anderson third. Qualls 4th. JT Bryan 5th. Tony Green 6th. Edwin Mendez 7th. Dejon Weeks is 8th. Johnny Gardner 9th. And Tyler Merkel's pit strategy gets him from 18th to 10th. So he'll round out the top 10 and continue his top 10 skid. Hope you enjoyed the racing here today at Dover. I will see you guys tomorrow for the Cup race. 80 laps of action. Probably another one-stop race as the caution comes out after the fact. But tough break for Keith Rich. Will have come home 29th. I'm really disappointed for him. And Grayson Acevedo and Emmanuel Hartnett with issues at the end of the race. It's them 38th and 39th. So that's all, and I will see you for the Cup race tomorrow.